So this is my Wyvern 13 team. We have Angelica, Karin, Seallona, and Sigret. If you don't have Seallona, you want to summon her right away. Her limited banner is on right now. However, you also want her artifact if you want to use her in PvP. When you limit break this to plus 30, this 50% chance to inflict additional damage goes to 100% chance. It scales off of attack, which means you can build her as a bruiser. A bunch of attack, bunch of HP, some defense, some effect resistance, and you don't need to build her fast, which is pretty good. She has 4 debuffs that she can use on the Wyvern. We have Unbuffable, Unhealable, which you can mola to 100% chance. We have a defense break stuck at 50% chance, and we have a target at 75% chance. Anyway, let's look at the gear. So all of my Angelica's gear is from free events and the arena. This is okay, nothing over 20% for the substats. This was from the arena. This is also from the arena. 21% health though, so that's fine. We have this was from the Christmas event, but nothing over 20%. Also from the Christmas event, but we have a 23% health, 35 speed main stat. This was free from, I believe, Eileen's event. 60% HP main stat, 27% defense. I believe this was also Eileen's event. 60% HP main stat, 17% defense. The best artifact for Soul Weaver, if you use a Soul Weaver as your tank, is Idol's Cheer. This was in the powder shop. It no longer is though. And then we have 1.5k defense, 21k health, 173 speed. Effect resistance doesn't really matter unless you're trying to go for 200%, but then your other stats will suffer. Next we have Seallona. Now before I reforged these two pieces, my success rate was about 69%. Reforging this got me 34% critical hit damage. However, you don't want to reforge a piece like this. If I wanted a speed DPS sword, this should have been attack, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and speed. And this boot, you should never reforge something like this. Look at this. Not that good. 27% attack, 45 speed main stat. Let's see, this was free from the arena. 65% attack. Okay substats. And this is this gear. This one is my saddest one. Critical hit chance 27%. This was when I was starting out and I was just picking up and using any gear. Then we have level 70 gear, 23% attack, 21% effectiveness. You can look at the stats, 3.4k attack, 164 speed, 80% critical hit chance, but that's because my Karin has a memory imprint, bringing up to 86% crit chance. The minimum you want, or well, minimum and maximum you want is 85% crit chance. Water units have a 15% plus crit chance against fire units, 80% effectiveness. So to improve this, we would lower effect resistance to 0, lower effectiveness to 65, and pump all of that into either crit damage and or speed. Now we have Karin. This was a free attack set. Okay substats. This is Uber's helmet. This is where was it from again? Labyrinth? Yeah, it was from the Labyrinth. This was also from the free attack set. 24% crit chance. And then we have 70 gear, critical hit damage. Look at that, 19% health. so not really DPS worthy. 35 speed main stat boot with 22% effectiveness, and then 20% effectiveness. So here we have 3.5k attack, 160 speed, 87% crit chance. Remember, all you need is 85, and then effectiveness 77. So if we could lower effectiveness to 65, pump all of that into either crit damage or speed, that would be pretty good. Oh yeah, also on your DPS, you want Daydream Joker. I have this one at plus 18, however my Karin has a plus 30, and my Sigret has a plus 30 as well. Sigret's exclusive equipment you want is Smash. Changes the conditions necessary to activate Sever when using Smash from 50% to 75% health. If anything, I could re-roll this into a 14% attack, but 8% is fine as long as you have this exclusive equipment. This was free. This was the free health set. Okay, substats. This necklace was also free. I forgot where it's from though. And then we have the Abyss gear, 60% attack, 26% effectiveness. The Abyss boots, 60% attack. Okay, substats. This was free from the arena as well. And then 70 helmet with 18% effectiveness. Once again, 3.5k attack, 148 speed. She's my slowest Wyvern unit. 82% crit chance, but again, plus 6 from Karin. Effectiveness 71. Attack resistance 17. If I could lower this to 0, lower effectiveness to 65, pump that into speed and critical hit damage, that would be pretty nice. Anyway, we can go into the Wyvern hunt. So over 25 runs, is it 25? Yeah, 25 runs, I had 22 victories and 3 failures, resulting in an 88% success rate. My fastest clear time was 2 minutes and 34 seconds, and then my slowest was 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Alright, so you want to apply 2 debuffs to the Wyvern, that way it'll attack your front line. Here, the first trash mob doesn't matter too much. It has some effect on the Wyvern when we get in there. We have Seallona's S3. Counter attack into Sigret S3. Now if we kill this before Sigret's turn, she'll have her S2 for the Wyvern. Unluckily we don't. There's her S2 into the trash mob. And now we have RNG for the Wyvern. We need to hit either SSB's target or Sigret's bleed. The way my team is set up is that Seallona always has her S2 at the start of Wyvern turn. That way we have a 50% chance for a defense break. We didn't get that, but we do get Karin's defense break. And then Seallona's S1 applies the target debuff. Sigret applied the bleed debuff. And so now this looks like it'll be a pretty, like 2 minute 30 or a 2 minute 45 run. It's alright if it's a bleed and effectiveness and the bleed goes away, because the bleed still counts as a debuff. You get the defense break, S2 into S1. Bleed from Sigret. A smack. Now it's okay if Angelica dies here because the next turn is the barrier phase. S2 procs from Seallona. No defense break. S1. S3 from Seallona. And this will bring the HP down enough so that after the barrier, you should be able to finish off the Wyvern. Finally get the defense break on her S2. Target debuff as well. This will take care of the barrier. Wyvern could kill... Alright, so he hits Sigret, so Seallona will finish him off. That was an okay run with our pet. It got us double resources. So for the pet, you want to have an S rank of additional equipment drop and an S rank of double crafting materials. The reason my drop rate is increased is because of the affinity. If you increase the affinity of your pet, it also increases the skill effect. So normally these guys are 7.5% chance, but you can increase it to a max of 10%. There is another, there it is. So there is another S skill, 7.5% chance to receive a lesser charm. Not as important, but it is still pretty good. And I'm working towards getting it added down here. Alright, however, if you don't have those units, instead of Sigret, you can replace her with Alexa. Alexa S1, you want to max that. You could max her S2 for the poison 100% chance. And then keep her skills on. You don't need to max her S3 however. Instead of Seallona, you could use Misty Chain. You can max her S2 for the 100% chance for decreased attack and unhealable. And then if your tank, your front line is dying, you can increase her S1 and her S3. And then instead of Karin, you can use Karin or Guard. His S1 will apply a defense break at a 75% chance after you +4 it. And then you could also level up his S2. However, you want to turn off his skills because you don't need his S3. And if you don't have Angelica, you can use Rosette. He is a hero you can get from the free hero connections. You don't need to mola him at all. Because he's a 4-star unit, you need to use Molagor to skill enhance, but you don't need to do that at all. If you do use Crozet, the artifacts you can use are Noble Oath or Proof of Valor. Proof of Valor you can get from the guild shop. If you don't have either of those artifacts, you can use the welfare artifact of Invoice Pipe. Also, if you don't have... Let's see, where is it? If you don't have Idol's Cheer for Angelica, you can use Invoice Pipe again. If your Angelica is pretty slow, you can use Prophetic Candlestick, so she can heal more often. However, I don't like this artifact as much. For your Terranar Guard, you can use Junkyard Dog, which was from the Guilty Gear collab, pretty recent. And then for Misty Chain, you can either use Daydream Joker or you can use Sierra Wren if you're having trouble with debuffs. Lost it. There it is. And for Alexa, you want to use Daydream Joker. That'll just increase the damage she does by a ton. Almost competing with Sigret. There it is, plus 30. Anyway, this was just a showcase of my Wyvern 13 build. I can definitely improve my success rate by increasing the speed, increasing critical hit damage, and then for Angelica I guess I could increase HP, defense. However, if you do need a guide or anything, there are plenty of them out there. Tenha has one, Astronauts has a couple. Anyway, that's it for now. See ya.